Hello, everybody, and welcome to the culminating sprint for the 24-hour readathon. I am dying to know, first of all, what progress we've made in these, well, almost 24 hours, I guess. If anybody's finished a book, do let a girl know in the chat and let a girl know what we're currently reading and what we're going to be doing during these sprints. Do let a girl know. I am still on the first book of the readathon, which is the book I was reading yesterday. So the plan is to finish Miss Addie during these sprints because I have about like 40% of it left. So I'm hoping that in these next few hours I can knock out the pages and read the book because, again, since it's a reread, it's been rather easy to get through. I also have my coffee because the girl needs it. So we're just, we're doing the cozy things. We're about to get some reading done. And I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be a chill time. So please, let's keep it chill in the chat. I don't think I could handle too much today. A girl is having, well, I had a rough morning. A morning? Yes, I had a rough morning. So let's try and keep it as gentle and chill in the chat as possible. I would really, really appreciate it, you guys, just as a little, like pre-warning and request almost. From my end, let's see, where can I start? I think I'm scrolling too far up. I'm reading Aquasoft, currently reading Hellbent, finished The Housemate this morning. I'm currently in my 4-year anniversary, so we're going out to dinner tonight. We're going to try and squeeze in a little bit of Sirens and Muses. I hope, one, you're loving it, which I think based on Discord, I think you are. Listen, I have the hope that I'll love it, even though the majority of the people aren't liking it. And I hope that the 4-year anniversary has been going really, really well. Hello, finished my book yesterday, and now I'm moving on to The Luminous Dead. Reading Ask Again. Yes, love me some Annie LaRue. I also love me some Addie. Reading Lord of Shadows. Hello. Reading A Little Life. I'll be reading The Tale of Truth Water Lake. I'm reading Never Seen from Keeper of the Lost Cities. I have 100-ish pages left. Let's see, where am I going? This keeps jumping. I'm still reading Catching Fire. Oof, Catching Fire is the best one out of the three, if you ask me. Continuing to write Fighting Against the Odds with 53,507 awards. Now, I love the progress. Finished one book last night. Currently reading A Touch of Malice and 1,000 Boy Kisses. Hello, Charlotte. Just got back from work and my copy of Hellbent finally arrived. Hope to start this book on Sunday because I have to finish 9,000 yet. Yeah, no, my plan is to finish Addie LaRue and then go immediately into what I have left of 9,000 so that I can finish that. Hopefully tomorrow morning early. We'll see. I would love to be reading something else during Patreon sprints tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'll be reading The Way of Kings, The Blade Itself by Joe Abercrombie, and A Worthy Love by A.E. Valdez. Going to be hopefully finishing I Kissed Shara Wheeler. Am I the only one who thought that this book was named Sarah Wheeler? Because when people started saying Shara, I'm like, that's not the name of the book. And then I read the cover and I was like, oh, it's totally Shara Wheeler. So there's that. Oh my god, I made this one. Hello, I won't be reading but working on my small business. Love that. Currently reading Fire Falling by Elise Kova. I finished 2 books and loved them both. Read Lost in the Moment and Found in Woman. Oh, Woman Eating. Okay, Lost in the Moment and Found. And Woman Eating. There we go. You would either love this or hate it. So I do want to eat. I do want to eat. I do want to read Woman Eating. I feel like this response gives me the answer that I needed because I was like, do I buy it physically or do I borrow it so that I can read it like as an ebook or listen to it? So I think I'm just going to borrow it from Libby if I can, and then sort of take it from there. Gonna be finishing my reread of Ninth House before starting Hellbent, and I'm going to switch between that and crocheting a book sleeve, starting Chain of Gold, and can't wait to see Will again. Reading Consider Me by Becca Mack, and thinking of DNFing it. Listen, life is too short. DNF the books. It is totally okay to not finish it, so if you want to DNF it, DNFing is self-care if you ask me. I'll be reading Meet Cute, a collection of queer short stories. Hello, Fatima. Today's goal is to finish Jade City. God knows that has been going for too long. Pray for me. Listen, I hope that you are enjoying it. The audiobooks are also really good. I don't know if you're listening to the audiobook, but I would definitely recommend the audio if you can get it, because the narrator does a great job with it. So would highly recommend going to reread Nuna the Ninth, just joining the sprints. Hello. Reading Lost in the Moment and Found. Oh, wait, this is Shauna McGuire. Is this what's it called? Is this the Wayward Children series? I feel like it might be. Hello, Amber. Currently reading the Mindfuck series. I'm a third of the way through Secret Life of Bees and 70% through Phaedra. I should finish both today. Switching between classwork / thesis work / teaching prep and the Priory of the Orange Tree. I hope you find these incredibly productive for those. I am reading Game of Thrones and it's so good. Have to finish Zodiac Academy 1. I'm in the 6th book of the Last Kingdom series, hoping to finish today. Sending you love back. Thank you so much. Are we going to sleep today or not? I surely am. I don't know about the rest of the universe, but a girl is team sleep forever and ever, so I will be sleeping. Going to start Sirens and Muses and on audio while I clean. Reading Life's Too Short by Avi Jimenez. I'm reading House of Earth and Blood. Reading I was gonna say the life of Addie LaRue, the invisible life of Addie LaRue. I am reading As Good as Dead. Listen, it's one of my favorite books of, when did I read this? 2020. 2021. No, 2020. When did this book come out? 2020. Whenever the book came out, it was one of my favorite books of that year. So it's been a joy to reread it, which is very, very nice. Hello, Miss Caitlin. Meat pie is in the oven and I'm ready for sprints. Yeah, I also have to cook during one of the sprints. I have to make myself a salmon and then reheat the sides, but I am very, very excited. Hoping to finish The Chain. I said on Discord, but this shit is wild. I think I have heard that about this book. I'm pretty sure it's this book. It's Adam something, right? I feel like I know of this book. Reading Wretched by Emily McIntyre. Hello, Delisa. Reading Dating Dr. Dill. Still reading Babel. My nieces and nephews are here, but hoping to read as much as possible. Hopefully, that'll be possible. Hello, Camille. Hello. Yay, Hellbent, fave book of the year so far. I'm reading The Family Games, listening to Killers of a Certain Age, and house cleaning. Just started Hellbent, finished the 9th house earlier this morning. I'm on page 1000. Oh, sorry, my phone just it's vibrating right now. A Rhythm of War now. I think I know what's going to happen. I have no idea what trial you speak of because I have not myself gotten there. But somebody yesterday in these sprints finished Rhythm of War, and it seemed to be very filled with pain. So, as a warning, just brace yourself. Maybe knowing Sanderson, I think that's probably a fair warning. Reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Runs Cold, Gets Cold. I don't even know. I know there's 2 other books, but I don't even know what the names of each are, but yes. I'm reading 5 Survive about halfway through. I too thought, Sarah, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Have around 100 pages left of The Hero of Ages. Reading Blade Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. I hope to get halfway through A Curse So Dark and Lonely. Okay, glad I'm not the only one. You mean her name is Sarah? No, it's Shara. It's Shara Wheeler. So there's that. I will never forget my reaction when I first heard somebody say Shara. And I was like, what do you mean? That's the name. Anyways, there's that. I need to pick something new to read. I hope you can find something. And if you need help, I'm sure the chat can help you out. I am also very excited to read Hellbent. I'm so excited. I'm ready. I'm ready to pick it up and go crazy. I swear it was Sarah at one point. This is my theory. My theory is that this is a full-on Mandela effect because everybody was saying Sarah Wheeler. Like, there's just no way. And then at one point, everybody switched over to like Shara Wheeler. I'm like, no. I know what you said. I know what the people said. I know what I was saying. So when did that title change? Listen. I don't know, but I truly believe that. So We'll see what happens. I'm hoping to finish our violent ends today. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was starting to feel a bit crazy when it came to the title of this book. Going to hopefully try to finish Book Lovers finally. I am also reading Ruthless Fae. Sword of Kaigen was amazing. I'm making a matcha and ordering Vietnamese food for lunch. Loving that. I'm tandem reading Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. I don't know if I should stick to one instead of doing that. I mean, I've heard loads of people say that what's it called? That the tandem read was a lot more enjoyable than the like singularly you know what I'm trying to say, reading each book individually. So it seems to be the way to go for a lot of people. So listen, maybe stick out the landing, and then we'll see what happens. But hopefully you find it an enjoyable ride, even though it probably would take longer to read them together rather than separate. I'm feeling super relaxed after watching Kiki's delivery service this morning. It truly was a very wholesome movie. We need to figure out what to watch next because I have no idea. So we need to figure all that out. Okay, Adrian McKinty, his brain was doing the most when he wrote this. Wait, I don't think I know what this book is about, but I do remember at some point people talking about like how wild this book is. Do I need to look into this? Maybe. I'm currently working, but I'm reading Belladonna. I'm continuing Love Light Farms. Love Light Friend, yes. I am going to give Saga Volume 1 a go. Oh, Saga is so good. It is truly one of the best graphic novels I have personally read. Is it considered a graphic novel or a comic? Whichever of the two. It is a fantastic one. Waiting for a grocery order so that I can cook something too. Thinking pasta or stir fry. Okay, but both of those sound really, really good. Not gonna lie, a stir fry sounds really, really nice. Playing Homescapes and then reading Steel Tide by Natalie C. Parker. Oh my god, finished Rhythm of War yesterday. Prep yourself, friend. I am reading Alex approximately. I want to read like 5 books, so I had to do a random number generator, and this is what I got. I'm glad you could figure it out, Miss Tisa. Gonna finish Lady Night by Tamora Pierce audiobook, and I'm going to try and fold some laundry. I'm dyslexic, so it's forever Sarah Wheeler for me. Literally me. I'm like, in here, it's Sarah Wheeler. If I can't avoid it, then it's Shara Wheeler. But otherwise, I know what data is in here, and it is not Shara. I'm playing Monster Hunter. I'll read in a bit. Going to start The House in the Pines. Seen very conflicting reviews about this Reese Witherspoon book club pick. I don't think I've heard of this book, but hopefully it gets better as you go. Hello, Melon Chat. Hello. Oh, let's watch a documentary sometime. Listen, I've been very curious about, obviously, the current case that Emily D. Baker is covering, because I love Emily D. Baker, which is the Murdoch case. And I know there's a documentary on HBO Max, so maybe, Han, could be. Hello, I'm starting Kingdom of the Cursed today. Do it. The tagline is, the only way to get your child back is to kidnap another child. Is that what the book is about? That is terrifying. Oh. 2 books that I didn't love that much. I would say Evelyn Hugo. It doesn't leave me with a choice. Hello, Allie. Just finished Project Hail Mary. No focusing on Way of Kings. Dreamlight Valley has me in the mood for Disney movies, so maybe some classic Disney movies. I definitely want to do this. I want to go through some like old school like animated movies from Disney, whether that's like Pixar or like what's it called, or princess movies, because I have not watched most of them in like a really, really long time, so I feel like that could be a good one. We're doing 45 minutes, the same thing we did yesterday. We're going to carry on those vibes today. I'm just starting the Bane Chronicles. This is my first sprint, and I'm actually catching on time and live. Welcome, Jackie. I'm reading Dumb Witness by Agatha Christie. Poirot is my favorite. Going to read in the bath. Stir fry does sound really good now that you mention it. I'm telling you. It sounds amazing. Seeing so many people talking about Ninth House reminded me that I was also planning on reading that this weekend. I'm dead, Fatima. Listen, hopefully you can squeeze it in at some point. If not, it is what it is. I'm excited to see if anyone is going to keep talking about Stanley Cups. You mean this? You mean this beauty? Sip, sip. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point it was brought up. I DNF'd the very first book, so those are my thoughts. Yes, the two books I didn't necessarily love. It's fine though. I would go with Evelyn Hugo. I don't think Colleen Hoover and Taylor Jenkins Reid are even comparable in terms of their writing style. I would definitely go Taylor Jenkins Reid. I think the writing you're going to enjoy a lot more, in my personal opinion. I just made my coffee. Cheers to that, Beverly. We'll leave final thoughts in Discord. You can experience the trauma through me if you want. I mean, listen, if it's going to be like a really, really good book, and if it's worth the read, I would read it at some point. Sleeping Beauty was always my favorite. Ooh, of the old school ones. Let's see. I mean, I really loved Mulan growing up. Loved that. Obviously, The Little Mermaid. See, every time I think about the princess, like the Disney princesses, I'm like, which ones are there? Literally, I forget about all of them. But then later on, definitely Tiana. I loved Princess and the Frog. That was an amazing movie. Beauty and the Beast, obviously, was also a really, really good one. But yes. Sleeping Beauty, would I have considered that a favorite? I don't know. My favorite part of Sleeping Beauty has always been Maleficent. That has always been the most fascinating part to me. How about old Barbie movies, maybe? Listen, are they on Netflix for everybody? They're on Netflix for me, but I don't know about the rest of the universe. Where am I? Listen, Nightbot is working overtime, and I appreciate it. It's my dog's gotcha day, so wish here. What? Is your dog's birthday? Yes. Happy birthday to the dogs. Is that what this is? I'm trying to debunk the message. Convinced. I'll start 9th house. Stanley Cups are a favorite topic of convo for us all. I would argue it's a favorite topic of conversation in general for like everybody at the moment. So I would argue, yes, that is correct. I just heard your Patreon, but I don't really know how to use Discord, and I don't know how to join the server. Listen, if you send me a DM on Discord, not on Discord, on Patreon, I will surely send over the link so that you can join us on Discord. If not, it should be on the welcome email for Patreon. So I think that's also an easy way to access it, unless they don't unless they don't send the link anymore. But I think it should be on that welcome email. Someone please explain the love for these cups. It keeps things very cold or very hot, and they're cute. that really is it. That's all there is to it. That is all there is to it. Just made coffee at 9 p.m. Should be interesting. Listen, if you're like me and coffee does nothing for you, maybe it won't make you not sleepy. Maybe it'll have no effect, which it's kind of a vibe too. Oh, I hear one of the cats coming. Which cat is it? Hello, babas. Can't tell if it's Sel or Vin. I'm surprised at the casting. I'm surprised Blake Lively said yes, if I'm being quite honest. Of course, Justin Baldoni self-inserted in that movie. I'm not surprised. I am surprised at Ms. Blake. That's kind of what I have to say on that. Oh my god, yes, Lion King. How could I forget about the Lion King? I guess I was thinking of the princesses instead of like regular like animated movies. I have never watched Brave, and I've also never watched Moana. Or I've watched rather part of Moana, but I never I never moved past her going to her adventure. So can't really claim that I've watched it, because that is not the case. I was obsessed with Rapunzel. I was obsessed with Barbie Rapunzel. That was something I watched too much. So I used to watch that all the time. Let's see. I watch Hercules. Oh, see, this is the thing. People ask me like, oh my god, what's your favorite? And I'm like, there are options. More than one exists. I forget about everything when literally like anybody asks me a question, my brain goes, words? gibberish. I also used to love Hercules growing up. I got a Meg costume and refused to take it off. Wait, that's adorable. I love that. Never really got to watch Disney princess movies. Only ever watched was Tiana. Listen, at least a top tier, if you ask me, a top tier option. Favorite Disney villain, Ursula. Listen, when Ursula turned into a human, Eric stood no chances. If Eric would have existed, like in real life, Eric would have had no chances. We already know what Mr. Eric would have done. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the day they got the dog. Thank you, Kira. I was like, huh? Happy birthday to the dog. Happy gotcha day. Yes. Oh my god. Did I hear Stanley Cup? That you did. That you would have heard. Yes. I have to clean my house to find my AirPods so I can continue my audiobook. I hope those are found during the sprint. Hopefully. I'm going to be starting a Mistborn Era 2 as soon as my hair has dried. And thanks for going to my TED Talk. It's a Stanley Cup. That's I don't know the exact model, but it's just a Stanley tumbler cup. That's what it's called. I have to defend Stanley Cups with my life. Not to give me the cup now. She literally ate, she drank water, she played, now she is napping, so it seems to just have been a one-off, but again, I'm keeping my eye out just in case anything else happens, but so far we're doing good. Not me Googling Stanley Cups to see if they have it in light purple or blue. I think they do have a blue one. I don't know about purple though, because I feel like if they had purple, like a lilac, I definitely would have bought that, but I think they do have blue. Pretty sure. Going to make some hot chocolate, and We Were Liars just came in the mail. Tangled, best Disney movie, is definitely up there. It's a really good one. Moana is amazing though. That's what I've heard. I need to watch it. That's the reality. I need to really watch this movie. Hello, Shringala. Princess and the Frog. I love Blake though. Listen, Blake Lively is amazing. I also, just as an actress, like I really have loved the movies she's made, but I'm a little surprised. I mean, honestly, I guess like props to them for getting Blake Lively to say yes, but like I just feel like two worlds collided in a way, and I can't really explain it. I can't explain it. I haven't got the words. Whatever that Tom Holland clip is, that's me. that's me right now with Blake Lively. But yeah, I feel like two worlds collided, and I can't explain why. It just feels wrong. You know? There's that. Mulan was definitely my main. I fall asleep to Hercules so much that I now know where I am in the movie just by listening to it. I love that. I was also obsessed with Barbie Rapunzel. Princess and the Pauper. In Spanish, though, it's kind of superior. I'm not going to lie. When they go, soy como tú eres igual. It's that one line in my head. I don't even know. I've never watched the movie in English, so I've got no idea what that sounds like in English, but in Spanish, though, it makes me crack up every time. It's so good. Oh my god, I have a Beauty and the Beast stand forever. Ursula's a baddie. I love her in Dreamlight. She makes my life a little bit of a nightmare, but I love her. I don't need to tell you my favorite Disney movie. Oh, absolutely, Lilo and Stitch is literally one of my favorites. Every time I watch Lilo and Stitch, I cry my eyes out every single time. Just like no questions asked. Eric really folded like a lawn chair. Okay, listen. Again, if it would have been real life, that man, he would have lost. Also, Ariel would have lost. I just looked up the Stanley Cup on Amazon, and there's one at... Okay, so here's the thing. Amazon, I mean, depending on the products, they do on demand, meaning that depending on the demand of the product, they will raise the price. And oftentimes when the Stanley Cups are sold out at the Stanley website, Amazon will just literally skyrocket those prices and they become ridiculous like this. That's not the price of the Stanley Cup. Depending on what size you get, they're anywhere between, I think, like $30 and $50, if I'm not mistaken, or $30 and $40. I'm not too sure, but definitely this is not the price. I went to Stanley Cup so bad, but it's like 200 euros to get one here. That is not the vibe. This has not passed the vibe check at all. I love these prints. Gives me OG Mel vibes. Hello. My fave Disney film will always be The Fox and the... I used to watch this movie all the time, to the point where my brother, like, anytime we would sit down to watch a movie when we were younger, I would always pull out the DVD for this, and he's like, no, you do not get to watch that. He would get so angry whenever I pulled out The Fox and the Hound, because I watched it so much that he was like, I can't do it anymore, Mel. Watch something else. And there was that. Listen, movies you guys need to watch in Spanish just for the shits and giggles. Shrek 2, okay? And also The Princess and the Pauper. It's hilarious when they're in like the ride to Far Far Away, and burro, the donkey, is just like, hey, are we almost there, like what's up, in Spanish. Every time I die of laughter. It's, again, everybody, even my best friend, because she used to watch it in English, she's like, you used to watch this in Spanish? I'm like, you mean there's like other ways to watch this? Like, Spanish is the only way. Literally, like, again, it's not right with him going, ya merito llegamos. No, burro. Anyways, it's great. Not me talking about this on live. Listen, okay, it's 10 times better in Spanish. It's 10 out of 10. The Rescuers destroys me, girl. Wait, what is this? The Rescuers. What is this? Someone asked what music is playing in the background. It's from Epidemic Sounds. It's literally it's the service I pay for music, but it's called, oh god, I'm gonna have to look for this in my computer, but I think it's called Minor and Major Things. I don't know if these can be found outside of Epidemic Sounds, though. I would hope so. Let me see if I can find... Oh, wait! It's on Spotify. 10 out of 10. Minor and Major Things. I think it's this. If it's not this, can't help you. Oh my god, let's see. Are you excited for You Season 4? Absolutely, yes. I am ready for this to come out. You were tormenting that poor child. He also made me watch loads of things over and over again, so it was just like mutual back and forth with our favorite movies. So there's that. Listen, Shrek 2 in Spanish is everything. Okay, thank you. Oh my god. Every time I play Dreamlight Valley, the only thing I can like picture in my head is like Mickey Mouse Club. Is that what it was called in Spanish? But he just goes like, Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. And I love it. Also, the way he says hi friends in Spanish is hilarious. He just goes, hola amiguitos. And it's everything. Listen, I love me some good translations. So there's that. Oh, like Yamarito, iconic. Thank you. Oh my god, top tier entertainment for everybody joining this sprint. What are you reading today? I am, as Nightbot has said, reading Addie LaRue. So that's what I'm currently reading. I didn't, when I was like super young, we had cassettes, but after that we did have DVDs, indeed. Not I decided to get Midnight Sun for Christmas. Merry Chrysler. I hope you have a great time with it. Yes, Mickey. Thank you. I do try hand. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Exactly this. I literally remember me and my brother being the same. I'm not 100% fluent in Spanish, but watching movies in Spanish is hilarious. It's how words are being said. It really is the tone. I think it's the tone that really makes a difference. It's amassing. We truly love Nightbot. Not that Mickey version was so funny. I do try. Oh my god, I miss being able to join these sprints. Always so much fun. I'm glad they are. I put down Addie after 150 pages. I got a little bored. Should I pick it back up? I mean, I don't think the book is ever fast-paced, if that is like a concern in terms of like pacing, if you just prefer something that moves a little bit faster. But I would say it gets better just in terms of what is explored in the book, and then the conflict. It's just like it keeps rising and rising, which I love. So I would say yes, but like I think it'll wholly depend on like what vibes you're looking for. I used to watch it in German. My little sister used to sneak into my room when we were kids every morning at 6, 7 a.m. to watch Shrek to the point where I hated it. See, that was me, but I didn't sneak into my brother's bedroom. I would just like play it like very loudly. Or whenever we were having breakfast, I would always want to watch that, and he hated it. Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, is that what it's called in English? Brandy, el señor bigotes. I used to watch that every single morning and every night because it's just what they were like recurringly playing here in Panama. And he hated every second of that show. He just would get so angry. Oh my god. These lives always feel like I'm on FaceTime. I'm glad. Listen, I always wonder that. I'm like, so what's the qualification to making it feel like a FaceTime? So I'm glad that it feels that way. Again, those vibes are great. Well, you need to do Mickey at Kids Birthday Party. That was gold. I cannot. I didn't like the ending of Addie LaRue. It was good. It was good throughout, though. Might be an unpopular opinion. I mean, I think I have seen loads of people complain about the ending, so I don't think you're alone in that. I'm glad you found it funny. Should I start reading Scythe? Ooh. Or keep reading something I've already started. I would typically say keep reading something that you've started. However, I will say Scythe. Because there's one more favorite books. Where am I? My friend is a history teacher and ruined Addie for all of us. See, I feel like that's me with like Addie, and I'm like, it's not 100% realistic, obviously, but I'm like, it's a fantasy book, it's fine. I know it's supposed to be like a historical fantasy, but like, I don't care. She's lonely. Everybody forgot her. It's fine. Oh my god, I cannot. Yeah, no, Addie LaRue is definitely very, very hit or miss. Very, very much so. I remember Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. That used to be like my show. Like that was like everything. Your laugh always reminds me of a laugh from Frozen. I've never gotten this before, but this is fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Okay, listen, it really was gold. That show was just everything. When Brandy and Mr. Whiskers came on at 3 a.m., that's how I knew I was too late. Oh my god, that was me with Fresh Prince because they would pass it on like so late here in Panama. And I was like, it's bedtime. And I'm like, oh, my mom is gonna yell because I'm awake. That used to be the signal. Okay, the answer is yes to Scythe. Happy you could make it today. Currently reading Assassin's Quest, the last book in the Farseer trilogy. I love the books, but I just want to finish this one. Maybe that's not exactly bad. I don't think that's necessarily bad either, and I do hope you get to finish it. Hopefully, maybe today. If that is not listen, she really is the cackle queen. That truly, truly, really is. Listen, I know we want to sprint, but let's listen again. I'm trying to say this in like the kindest way possible. Don't think this is like rude or anything, please. But like, we'll sprint when we sprint. You know, we'll get there when we get there. I have 3 copies of Addie LaRue, and I still haven't read it. I know I'm going to love it though. Listen, I hope that you love it when you get to it because it is really good, in my opinion. My first experience of sprinting with you. Welcome. Who do you want to see cast as Addie for the movie? I've never thought about it. I don't know if I have anybody in mind, actually. I've never actually given this much thought. That is a good question. If I do think of somebody at some point, I will circle back to that. There's only 2 seasons? Why did that feel eternal, though? Those seasons have got to have a lot of episodes, because I remember watching way too many episodes of Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. And that does not have 2 seasons. Or, again, maybe it has loads of episodes. 2 seasons feels like the wrong answer. I totally slept last night. I literally logged off the sprint, and then I ate a little something. I stayed up for like another hour. I think I went to bed at like 1 a.m. I think that sounds about right. And then I woke up today and I did sleep 8 hours. So loads of sleep. Yes. None. Not the cackle queens. I am dead. I literally cannot. Listen, I do love me a good cackle. Not going to listen, this thing right here, I cannot believe that there are only 2 seasons. Let me also pull up this timer because I just realized that I don't have it pulled up. So let's pull. Oh my god, not me clicking on all the wrong things. Let us get started, hopefully, on this first sprint in a little bit after I get through a few more comments. Hold up, where am I going? Here we are. Hey, where am I going? Look at us, Mel would be so proud. Should I read Who Could That Be at This Hour or The Austere Academy? I don't know either of those books, but Who Could That Be at This Hour sounds intriguing. So I would say the first one. I love reading sprints, but I gotta say my fave part is hearing your commentary. Thank you. I'm so glad I made it today. It's 9 p.m. and I'm so happy I'm awake this time. I wasn't awake last time. It's a first, but y'all, I'm having such a good time today. I'm glad that you are. So, yes. Oh, can I see your nails? Nails. I don't even know where I'm going. Nails. Oh, Mel, you weren't supposed to see that. We just exposed ourselves. Wait. Who exposed themselves? I feel. Oh, I'll protect you, Tia. I haven't either. Who exposed themselves? About not reading Addie? Oh, I see. I did see this, but it's fine. I don't care. That's fine. Listen, we do stand a cackle queen. Hello. Welcome. Nails. That's better. Nails. Should I do the nails? I asked my friend for a less violent manga and she laughed at me. Listen, I think if you want something that's not violent, it's probably going to be shoujo, just because shonen obviously tends to be a lot more adventure based, so there are going to be loads of fights, but shoujo wise, if you like fashion or if you're intrigued about that, I would say Paradise Kiss could be a good one. It's again very fashion centric, and the way that the designs are illustrated in Paradise Kiss, it is a really, really good one. So I would highly recommend that one. And I think that's all I got for you. Oh, Bakuman also is one that has no violence because it's about 2 kids writing a manga series. So I would say either Paradise Kiss or Bakuman could be good ones if you're not looking for like any adventure. Those could be nice. Am I a booty guru yet? I guess this is not the best landscape to be a booty guru in, because TikTok is screeching right now, if I do say so myself. Mel needs a commercial about her nails. Oh my god, I do not possess that talent. I do not. I go get them done. So there's that. Ooh, Fruits Basket is cute. I've only read volume 1, but I definitely do agree with this as well. Anyways, there's that. I am going to start the first sprint though, because I've been chatting for a while, and I will see you guys in 45 minutes. So I hope everybody has a good, productive time. Hello, everybody. How did we do during that sprint? I see that Tia made herself a cup of tea, ate, and was productive on Discord. Love that. I need to make myself lunch during the next sprint, so that's going to be the first order of business for the next sprint. However, in this one, I got to page 353 of Addie, so I have like 180 something pages left, I believe. So hopefully, the sprints will be enough time for me to finish those so that I can get through this last little bit right here. We'll see what happens. But that is where we're at. Not the terrifying tingle noise. I'm sorry. Oh, I did another 45 minutes of my audiobook for Foul Lady Fortune. Ooh, how is the audiobook for this? I have been wondering because I did borrow the ebook just so that I could go back and forth between the physical and the ebook, but I do wonder how these audiobooks are. So do let me know. Forgot where I started, but I'm at page 354 of Age of Vice, annotated 70 pages of Red, White, and Royal Blue for my friend's birthday gift. I love that. I love that it's becoming this sort of, I was gonna say phenomenon, but that's too big a word, I feel like. However, I love that this is like a wave of like annotating friends' books so that we could give them to words so that we can give it to them for their birthday. Yes, words. I love that this is becoming not necessarily the norm, but more of a frequent thing, I guess we could say. I got 40 pages read, got started eating my chicken curry. Love that. Ooh, 9 Liars. How is it? Is it a good time? I finished all my work for today for now. Didn't do great. I don't think Magnolia Parks is what I want to read right now, but I need to read something. Listen, put the book down and pick something else. And if you need help, I'm sure the chat could help you out. I liked the jingle noise. I like it far better than other timers we've used. I feel like, all in all, it's a lot more peaceful. Though, if I'm not looking up at the timer, I will certainly look at the book, I guess, read, continue reading, and then get scared when it goes off. I read 27 pages in 5 minutes because I was writing for 40 of those minutes. Love that. 44 pages of Sorcery of Thorns. Hello. Listening to Her Soul to Take. 10:30 p.m. here. I just got in from a day with the family. I hope that it was a good day. No reading has been done. Hoping to change that now. No, it just scared the shit out of me. 38 pages of Her Majesty's Royal Coven. 18 pages of I'm Glad My Mom Died. I don't know who I thought I was hoping. No, wait. I don't know who I thought I was hoping to finish my current read in the sprint when I had 60 plus pages left of it. Not me being an overachiever. Failing at it. Listen, we still have more sprints to go, Fatima, so I hope that those will do the trick with finishing the book. Listen to a bit of my audiobook, feeling determined to finish it on this live. 48 pages of Alloy of Law. Finished my editing and reheated some supper. 20 pages of Babel and watched Rachel Maxie's latest video. She made a little mouse night. I have no idea who this is, but I hope the video was enjoyable. Made good progress in A Court of Mist and Fury. Ooh, just unlocked the Forest of Valor in Dreamlight. So exciting. Get ready to bump into all the trees because there are way too many trees in the Forest of Valor. So be ready because sometimes it feels like I'm walking in a maze just because I have to go around so many items in that freaking biome. It's like so overwhelming. I started making lunch and did my dishes. Next sprint will be finishing lunch and reading. Hello, Miss Diana. Joining for a little bit while waiting for my appointment in the lobby of the salon. Read 2 chapters of The Sea of Monsters. How far into it are you? I hope you're loving it. That is my favorite in the series for sure. Read 2 chapters. I have 60 pages left of my book. Finished my audiobook of Keeper of the Lost Cities. I can't wait to get to the end of this comment. And on my drive to and from NOLA, and I, of course, downloaded book 7 like you predicted I would. There we go. I knew it. I knew it. I only read 20 pages, but I'm at work reading Tress of the Emerald Sea, as well as This Woven Kingdom. Need to make progress on both for a video. I'm on chapter 5 of Tower of Dawn and chapter 10 of Empire of Storms. Got here at the end, but read 2 chapters of Catfishing on Catnet. I was taking notes on a salamander lecture for my amphibian class. 2 pages. Now I'm going to eat a whole tortilla. Love that. 129 out of 287 of the road. Reading The Stolen Heir, and I'm bored out of my mind. Really? I feel like I have been hearing a lot of like mixed reviews on The Stolen Heir, and I was planning on reading it this weekend, but I don't know if I'll actually get to it this weekend, though the intent is to read it soon because I did borrow it from Libby. Making progress in the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I have 3 hours left up to Mila Green. I have been reading along to the audiobook of Foul Lady to get into the different characters because there's quite a few. The audiobook is really good. I'd recommend it. Ooh, maybe I should sample it and figure out if I should listen to that, because I feel like it would be maybe a good one to listen to as well. Just finished volume 1 of Witch Hat Atelier. I hope it was enjoyable. I'm still recovering from the sprints the other day when you and Liv scared the Jesus out of me when one of the sprints ended. That was definitely my bad. I'm so sorry. I don't do it purposefully, but sometimes I do, and that day I totally did it on purpose. I'm sorry. Got a snow squall where I live while reading, and it was such a cozy vibe. It's so white outside. I love that. On page 148 and on page 178 of the Austere Academy. I hope you loved Blood on the Tracks. Hopefully. Hello, Mr. Marvin. Just joined and grabbed me some food. Grabbed in me some food. Yes. I'm gonna be eating some pasolis. I want to get in bed, but I know if I do, I'll fall asleep, and I want to finish this book tonight. Listen, when in doubt, stay on the couch. That's me. If I know I'm gonna fall asleep, I just stay on the couch because I'm like, otherwise, I will literally just phase out very quickly. I will eclipse, literally. I don't. I don't sprint on my main channel. I only do so for Patreon. So I only do public sprints every 4 months for these readathons. But other than that, it's only on Patreon. Currently reading Godkiller. Really hoping to finish it tonight. How is it? It's one of my most anticipated releases, and yet I'm terrified. I'm reading it for some reason. I don't know why. There's so many books that intimidate me for absolutely no reason, but like, I just don't. Read 40 pages of A Curse of Dark and Lonely. I already see what you mean. It's literally, there's just too many trees. It's overwhelming. I had to take away a few of them. Which, I mean, granted, it did take away the amount of hardwood I could gather for like quests and stuff, and so be careful if you are taking away trees, unless you have opened up the Glade of Trust, because that also gives you hardwood. Otherwise, I would be careful, because at first I took away trees and then I wasn't getting enough wood for the quests, but it's a lot. So there's that. Seeing you guys reading so many of my recent reads that I rated for 4+ stars makes me so happy. Sorcery of Thorns, Her Majesty's Royal Coven. Should I read Her Majesty's Royal Coven? I feel like everybody's loved this book. Glad my mom died. Hope you guys love them as well. Oh, coloring for a bit while I watch Spy Family. I'll start reading my book at some point. That sounds like a really relaxing time. I would say yes. I loved Funny You Should Ask. I know a lot of people haven't liked it, but like I loved it, so I will be selfish and say yes. Halfway through Lore Olympus Volume 1. Started the book last night, so I am currently on the 5th chapter, but so far I am loving it. Love that. Also, thank you for clarifying which book it is, because sometimes I forget as I continue to read the comments. I appreciate it. Doubting whether to start Chain of Gold since the 3rd book is coming out soon. Do it. I mean, if you really want to, I don't know if it would be like a first time read or a reread, but if it's calling to you right now, I would say it's not a bad thing to start. So I would say, sure. Ooh, We Hunt the Flame. Absolutely, yes. We Hunt the Flame is so good. Also, if you like listening to music as you read, put on the Game of Thrones soundtrack as you read We Hunt the Flame. It really is the experience. So I would say Yes, absolutely to that. Really enjoying God Killer so far. Lots of world building, and I'm loving the characters and their dynamic. That ooh, you just said the magic sentence. Has some Witcher vibes. Okay, I was doubting again whether I should buy a physical of this or not, but I think that just sold me on it. I think there's another book I need to buy. Not me walking out of these sprints buying more books. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Ooh, I would say The Diviners. That's a really good book. Ooh, anyone got soundtrack recs for Gideon the Ninth? If anybody's got any soundtrack recs, leave them in the chat. Um, Gideon, I mean, I haven't read it yet, just based on it being like set at space and like the stakes being so high. Ooh, what would be a good soundtrack for it? Maybe Game of Thrones would also be a good one. I feel like Game of Thrones fits everything. Literally me. Literally Han. Oh my god. Anyways, yes, let me zip it. And leave for another 45. And I will see you when the timer is done. Happy reading, everybody. Hello, friends. How did everyone do during that sprint? I am currently surrounded by cats. Anyways, how did everyone do? I didn't read anything, but I did cook and eat lunch during that sprint. So there was that. It was a great run. And I definitely will go back to reading on the next sprint. So there's that. But how did everyone do? Do let a girl know in the chat. Look at the paw. What are you doing, Veen? What are you doing? What you want? What you want? Not the other cat also. Sil, what you want? Anyways, these two, could you see the little ear? I literally cannot with her. Vin, what are you doing? What you want? She just wants to stare. She's just staring at the screen. Anyways, let's see. Where am I? What did you make? So I made some salmon, but it has like a dressing on top. So it's like a mustard garlic. Mustard garlic? Is it garlic? I think so. I think it's mustard garlic. It is so good. It comes like obviously like frozen, but just put it on the pan and let it cook, and it's so good. And then I had some rice with that, so there's that. Made it to page 84 of The Wicked King, 47 pages, read 50 pages of Akasov. I read half a page of Ninth House, and now I will feed the dog and get ready. 43 pages of Babel, a few pages of Spare. Oh, playing Dreamlight Valley while listening to the audiobook. Let me check my progress. I love some Dreamlight Valley with an audiobook, so I think that is fantastic. I got distracted adding books to my wish list. Got to chapter 16 and Hell Bent. The cats are so funny. Listen, she is something else. I'm sure at some point she'll rearrange herself to be like in the camera. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, I think there she goes. I think. Is she? I can't tell what she's doing. I can't tell if she's like settling herself to like sleep. No, she's still seeing. Anyways, read more of my Kindle Unlimited romance and watched some of Covers with Cassidy's booktube bestie video. I finished Saga Volume 1. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. Thank you so much. Currently reading Magnolia Parks. It's giving Gossip Girl. We do love those vibes. I read like 100 pages of Age of Vice, but now about to eat because my girlfriend is home with Indian food. I love that, and I hope the food is fantastic. Another 44 pages of Sorcery of Thorns. Read from 125 to 135 of House of Leaves, and I'm not thoroughly lost in the footnotes. Oh my god, it's the way I own this book, but the reviews are just all over the place. Read 53 pages of Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. Not Vin sensed my comment. Hi, Vin. Vin, do you want to say hi to the chat? Babas, do you want to say hi to the chat? Do you want to peek? Look at the little eye. Hold up. Vin, do you want to say hi, Babas? Me just like clicking on the screen to see if she'll actually do it. Vin, do you want to like properly peek, Babas? Look at her. Hey, do you want to say hi? Look, Vin. Say hi to the people. She's just like slowly peeking. Anyways. Oh my god, it went really well. I'm 55% into A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and it's getting intense. Slowly making progress into Queen of Shadows. Just finished Ideas to Delay the End of the World, though it's in Portuguese, so I don't know if it has been translated. 10 pages and a lot of annotations. This is such a great book so far. Vin, you're going to fall. Read about 50 pages of Kingdom of the Wicked. I will probably finish it in the next sprint. Did a couple of rows of crochet for my book sleeve and worked on a fan art. I'm at page 2 out of 432. I'm at the end of the Inheritance games, and it has me hooked. My internet was tripping. I didn't realize I got kicked off the live till I looked up. I don't know how YouTube manages to do this, because I've heard this a lot. where like people are watching and suddenly they look up and they're not watching anymore because YouTube kicked them out. Still is waiting for other people to show up on the screen. Did not get much reading done. My mother called me. I hope that it was a good conversation. Listen, I was having the best time with the food. It was really, really good. I'm now on page 77 of On Birthday. Hit 50% into Legendborn. Made it to 290 of Six of Crows. 26 pages. My book is going well. I mean, I've already read it before, so like I know that I'm loving it. I know what to expect. Managed to get 2 chapters in, 34 pages of We Hunt the Flame, 61 pages of The Road. Finished Immune, so that's my 5th book of the year so far. Love that. A good kickstart to the year. 40% in, 62% done with Monk and the Firehouse. It's based off the TV show Monk. The main character detective is played by Tony Shalhoub. It's one of my favorite TV shows. I feel like you've definitely talked about this book before. I never heard of the show before, but I have seen you talk about the book. 34 pages and skincare done. Reading 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. Is this book connected to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, or is this like something completely different? Chapter 15 of A Court of Silver Flames. I feel like Cassian and Nesta may have a moment soon. Expecting some good smut in this book. The smut is good. Let me tell you that. That was definitely top tier. I'm also surrounded by cat babies. I love that. 45 pages in from Look Up With Love. I think I need to move because I fell asleep during that sprint. Listen, let's get it moving, Agnes. How old are your cats? So Vin is... So it's January. Hold up. She is 9 months old, or about to be 9 months old. Or, no, is she 9 months old? I think she is. And then Syl is 6 months old. Started funny, you should ask, and it's giving low-key Suits vibes. Wait, how is it giving you Suits vibes? That's interesting. I have many questions. It definitely, is there anything I can compare it to? I don't think I can. Is there anything that I don't know if I've ever watched anything quite like it, but now I'm curious about the Suits comparison. Finished the first reading for my class, now answering homework questions. I was reading a sample of The Gilded Wolves for some of that sprint after browsing. Pango, you had me at Hola, is making me crave tacos. I finished my book, I read A Touch of Light, and I honestly couldn't put it down. It was so good, with so many twists and turns. Can't wait to pick up the second book. Did not realize how quickly I read, about 65 to 70 pages in 45 minutes. Not... It really is like that singular eye. I'm dead. Oh my god, she says, Mom, who is this? It literally is giving like peak child energy of like, Mom, why do I have to say hi? Who are these people? And everybody's like, oh my god, I saw you when you were just a baby. And Vin is like, and? Oh, not all hail Empress Syl. Oh, we just hit the same laugh and Vin. I'm reading A Court of Mist and Fury for the first time and I'm obsessed. I've reached the final part 5 of Rhythm of War. Here comes the Sandland. I am very excited for you. I read another 40 pages of my book, only 150 to go. Honestly, though, we miss seeing Vince now through the camera. Listen, I'm sure now that she's sun soaking. Hi, Babas. What you doing? She's literally just like this towards like the window because it's literally sun soaking. It's the cutest thing ever. Anyways, I'm sure she'll make other appearances after she wakes up. He got to 75% of Darling Girl and almost done with making dinner. Page 45 of Black Roses. Ooh, my sushi is here, so I will be eating that for a little bit of the next sprint and then going back to the book. I hope the sushi is amazing. 24% in my arc so far. Are you going to sprint some more still? Yes, I am going for another hour and a half. So my best bet is we'll probably still do like 2 more sprints. Didn't read this time, but dinner is ready. Rotisserie, I was gonna say chicken and homemade mashed potatoes. That is an amazing combo. I stand by this combo. 90% of Shara Wheeler now, and I don't know if I should read Ninth House or Love in the Time of Serial Killers next. Ooh. Maybe do a little random number generator and find out. I feel like that could be fun. 104 pages into a 514 page book. What? 65% into the stolen heir. I'm considering DNFing. I have seen people DNFing this book a lot, and it scares me a little, but I'm hoping that I like it, that I enjoy it, because I mean, I feel like the expectation is not too high either, because for the most part, my average rating for the main series was 3 stars, save for The Wicked King, which was amazing. Had to make me some coffee. Love that. Hello, welcome. Oh, it's completely different to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Pretty good so far. Loving the thriller phase, and I do love the way writing in her books. That is really interesting. I need to look into this to see what the synopsis is and what the book is about. Listen, it really is like a term used by the fandom, and I love it so much because it's like the typical formula of an adult fantasy where it's like most of it is slow, and then when you get to like the last 150 pages, it's literally crazy, but people have branded it as Sanderland, and I love it. Have you read The Wicked, not The Wicked, can I read The Witcher Ronin? No, it's set in the I was gonna say, is it Edo, right? My first instinct was to say Edo. Anyways, Edo period, and has Japanese folklore. I think you'll like it. Let me look this up. Hold up. Let me pull this up. Oh, it's a manga. Wait a second. Wait. Presenting a new original manga in the Witcher universe. Wait a second. I've never heard of this before. Wait, are they actually selling this? I see a Kickstarter for it. Wait a second. Do they sell this? This is gorgeous. Oh, they do. They do. This is gorgeous. Like, the cover for this is unreal. I guess this is another. Love that I'm buying like 5 books this weekend because of y'all. Love that for me. I'm now eating some animal crackers. Listen, the animal crackers still hit sometimes when need be. Oh my god, I watched your review of Ugly Love and nearly peed my pants. I laughed so hard, so of course I'm punishing myself not listening to it. That is truly peak punishment. While I work on a crochet scarf, the writing style is so weird. Listen, when you get to the invade me part, it is going to be surely something. It's so bad. Oh, most to buy list is growing. Truly. It truly is. Like, it's wild. Between that, somebody else mentioned another book earlier today that God Killer. Listen, it's what it is. Literally me adding all of them to the cart right now before I forget. It is what it is. Oh wait, they only sell God Killer on Book Depository? Is it only published in the UK? So many questions. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to buy that from over there. Okay, and then love that I'm just buying a bunch of books. Read the sprints. Love that for me. Big slay if you ask some. Big no for some other people. But you know what? It is what it is. Love that for me. Anyways, so I've added all of those to the cart. It's about 6 friends who are going on a road trip in an RV and they get stranded. There's a sniper. What now? And only 5 will survive? That sounds intense. Buying books is a hobby. It truly is. At this point, whenever we have a live show, someone's getting convinced to buy something. That's not a lie. That is true. That is true. Love 7 Husbands. I cried. Ronin came a few months ago. Well, I'm buying it. Hello. I'm a bit late, but I'm currently reading Nothing More to Tell. Really enjoying it, to be honest. There's some sort of secrets in it too. Some sort of mystery too, maybe. Probably. Like, I would guess that if something that crazy is happening, somebody's done something to enrage somebody to cause that. I can't imagine that it would be just like, oh, whatever, especially like in a book. I would expect it to have some some depth to it. So we'll see what happens. Melon myself automatically buys it. Love that for us. Love that for us. Not wait. I want to read that. Love that for all of us. And yeah, I'm going to start this next sprint though because I do again want to finish this book today. So we'll see if I actually manage to do that. Stanley is a brand of cup. They are life changing. Preston coming in with the Stanley promo. The sprint shall never be complete if Preston does not talk about the Stanley Cup. Indeed we are, Fatima. Indeed we are. Chris, why is this so accurate though? Why is this so funny? Hello, friends. How did everyone do? I got to page 410 of Addie, so I have like roughly like 130 pages to go. I think that sounds about right. So, tis a productive time. Definitely will finish it tonight before going to bed, methinks. So that's nice. But how did everyone do? On page 150 out of 450, reading a Christmas book in January might not be a good idea. I want it to be December and Christmas again. Listen, many would consider January sort of like that Passover month of like it's still Christmas vibes going into February. Like I think if I remember correctly, pretty sure that my family always took down Christmas decorations in February because they wanted to stretch it on for as long as possible. So technically, the vibes are there as long as you say they're there. Just finished A Gathering of Shadows. I just got to book 4 of Babel, and oh my god! I'm now on page 165 of who could that be at this hour. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to read for the next sprint. No, that was the last sprint, actually. Because I know that wrapping sprints up is probably going to take either 10 minutes or a little bit more, and at that point we'll be close enough to 7 p.m. that doing another sprint will kind of, not be possible because the girl has got other things to do tonight. That was going to say tomorrow, tonight. So there's that. Page 125 to page 173. Joined late, so I was only able to read at 10 pages. 51 pages read like 3 words and continued crocheting. I hate being in a reading slump. Listen, you crochet, you do that, and just have a good time. I would argue even just like crochet while you watch some TV or watch some movies and call it a day, because if you're not feeling like reading, there is absolutely no point in forcing yourself to read that. So, just do what you do. Page 224 of Hellbent, 31 pages of Alloy of Law, and I'm 1/3 of the way through. Page 366 of Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. Display Dreamlight Valley the entire time. Oh, I love that. Every time I see anybody playing Dreamlight, it just brings me so much happiness. 65% and lots of theories. It's getting more and more tense, and I'm so here for it. Love how fast-paced it is. I got to page 134 of 6 of Crows, and I'm loving it so far. I'm getting really lucky with enjoying everything I have been reading so far. I love that. Listen, that's kind of where I'm at. That's why I'm taking it so slow this year. I'm like, not that I have to, but I would like to enjoy everything that I read this year. So we'll see how it continues to go. Literally spent the entirety of the sprint putting nails on. It really shouldn't have taken that long, but they were being difficult. Why is that me when I'm getting any task done? I'm like, it should take me like 10 minutes, an hour later. I'm like, I'm done. And then it took me ages to get it done. I got Starbucks and went home to eat my brunch. Read 15 pages, and my dad bought me Hair of the Ninth so I can read the first 3. I love that. I've almost finished my 4th book of the readathon, about 100 pages left. Finished Red, White, and Royal Blue for the 2nd time in 2023. Made it to page 96, almost to 100. Joined late, but I got to page 17 of The Body Keeps Score. It's dense, so if we do another, I'm going to read a graphic novel. Definitely not another today, but again, if you guys do want an extra day to the readathon and like more activities to it, I would suggest joining Patreon, because we are going to have sprints tomorrow, and we're still going till tomorrow at 7 p.m. And then we're also going to do a game night basically immediately after after these sprints. So we will be playing a little bit of Dreamlight Valley tonight, which is exciting. Instead of reading, I went to the bookstore to buy a Fraud Squad. Everyone in my family has killed someone in highly suspicious and unfairly cute. I am hoping to love the Fraud Squad. That cover is so freaking pretty, and I cannot wait to get here. Cannot wait for it to get here. I'm already here. The book needs to get to me. Again, yes, there's not going to be more sprints tomorrow, but there will be on Patreon. So you guys are free to check out all the benefits and see if you would like to join us for an extra day. I have 50 pages left of my book. I think I wrapped up a good part of my short story, even in just 15 minutes of focus time. I got about 20 more pages into Project Hail Mary. Oh, how are you enjoying The Death of Jane Lawrence? I'm a little bit intimidated by this book, even though it's not that long, because it is, I think, out of my entire collection, I think it's one of my lowest, like, average rated books on Goodreads. Like, it doesn't really have a good average rating, so I'm a little bit scared to read it, but do let me know if it's been a good journey. Joined late, read a few pages of Wizard of Earthsea, listened to an audiobook, and wiped a ton of snow off my car, so the other snow that is falling won't become too much for a gig I have tomorrow morning. I'm glad you could get that done, because I know that the snow for these, well, I guess this past month and two, I think, but I know it's been super scary and just very crazy, because I've been seeing it all over the TikToks particularly. Made it to page, oh, we love a good 111 moment of The Wicked King on 235 now, getting interesting. 43 more pages down. I'm on page 220 of The Road. I hear something. I heard something. I think are both the cats here? They are. Might have been one of my neighbors. It's funny, I hear any noise and I'm like, what is that? So dramatic. Trying to read more of House of Leaves, got lost, gave up, looked up if any of the books on my wish list are on sale, and I managed to read like 2 pages. Oof. I hope you're loving In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I love that book. Super productive sprints for me. Managed to finish Muse of Nightmares and start Hellbent. I absolutely still have my tree up, just turned on the lights again, sitting on the couch for some cozy vibes. I really do think that having the tree up till like end of January / beginning of February is the way to go. Again, absolute cozy vibes. So what the absolute fetch happened here? I love that you keep saying fetch. Oh, and The Vanishing Stare, I finished it, and dang girl, this author is in fact traumatized. Why do you keep saying that Maureen Johnson is traumatized? I don't know if that's the accurate phrasing for it. It's supposed to be a little bit creepy. 22 pages. I'm halfway done with Secret Life of Bees. I'm staying up late to finish this so I can start 9th House tomorrow. Oh no. I need more sprints. I need to finish this tonight. Doesn't matter how irresponsible it is. It's midnight. I am sorry if it is disappointing for me to say that there sadly won't be any more sprints tonight. I am sad to report. Page 118 out of 1,000? What? 1,007. I love Stormlight, but man, these books are long. They truly are. You're just massive. I'm gonna make some chicken, get some water, and watch some Family Guy, 40 pages. Got distracted by loud noises, so didn't read as much as I wanted to. I read 32 pages in my book and looked up Stanley Cups. Thank you for that. Was horrified by the pricing right now. Also nearly fell asleep, so it's time for bed for me. I hope you have a good night, Charlotte. Got 108 pages left of my first and last Coho book, as it should be. 60 pages of 9 Liars. 50 more pages left. You're very welcome for the sprint. I just joined a few minutes ago. Ooh, but I'm inspired to read instead of Netflix. Listen, these will stay up to rewatch, so if any of you want to rewatch them, you're more than welcome to, and hopefully get some more reading done. Wasn't feeling 9th House, so I switched to A Taste of Golden Iron. Low-key glad it's the last sprint. It's almost 1 a.m. where I live, and I am exhausted, but didn't want to miss the sprint. Yeah, no, you're good, and I hope you get a good night's rest. Page 201 of The Silent Woods. This just jumped again. Of What is Grammar? I meant it's a reread though, so I'm taking my time. We love taking our time with things. Haven't read any but research articles for class, but hopefully I'll be able to later. Hopefully that's the case. I don't have your Patreon. It's linked in the description, and it is also right here for easy access, so you guys can check that out. You're welcome. It's a beautiful cover too. Wait, what book are we talking about? Is this responding to somebody else? I feel like it might be. I read only 11 pages because I ate some food. Recently brought Life and Death. I'm scared to read it. Hopefully it's a good one when you get into it. Not about to get murdered on camera. Knock on fucking wood. 100 pages into Lost in a Moment and Found. It's living up to all the other books in the Wayward Children series. I can't wait to read. What's the first one called again? Every Heart a Doorway. Can't wait to read that this year. That noise thing is literally me. I'm reading a mystery novel right now and I flinch at every noise. I flinch at every noise all day, every day. Regardless of, oh my god, this timer, I forgot to take it off the screen. But regardless of like what I'm reading and stuff, I always just get spooked. I'm like, I can't. And anyways, I'm like, no. We can't be doing this. It freaks me out every time. I'm being excited because I'm getting 2 more books tomorrow. I love that. I don't know if anybody has a Hydro Flask. Do let Shelby know. I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't own one. But for the 40, not me picking this up thinking it was heavy, forgetting that there's currently no water in it because I need to refill it. But the one I have, which is the 40 ounce, once you put like the ice and the water in, it does get a little bit heavy, but not like overwhelmingly heavy. But you are like carrying around for, basically, I think it's like a liter and then some of water. So I feel like it would make sense that it would be just a tad bit heavy. I also may have Googled Stanley Cups. I would argue that they're not worth it. Honestly, I would say just save your time and read something else, because I think with these 2 books, it's like, it ends with us, first of all. It's like you have to go into it knowing that it's not a romance, because that's how it's sold. And there is going to be heavy themes of domestic abuse. So there's that about It Ends With Us. So just, I think that's kind of like a toss-up as far as like people enjoying it or not enjoying it. But November 9 is just a tragedy. Say that very confidently. November 9th is definitely not a vibe. I have a smaller Hydro Flask, but I think the handle and the Stanley definitely helps. I would say they're about the same weight when filled. I do have a Discord, but it's only available, thank you, Camille. It's only available for Patreon. Let's see, where am I going? I think I'm gonna watch some Family Guy or watch some Clarence. Is that how you pronounce it? I hope it's a good time. Reading a romance for the first time. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. I love that you're loving it. No, you're a heartbreaker with Coho books. Listen, I'm just being honest, just like based on my experience. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh my god, it's the best book of all time. It's not. So, I'm just gonna keep it honest, gonna keep it real. Listen, it's like the unofficial sponsor at this point, and it's cracking me up because we really have talked a lot about the Stanley Cups this weekend, and it really does crack me up. Anyways, yes, I think I'm going to wrap it up here, friends. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me in some 24 hours of reading. I hope everybody had a productive, cozy time, and that you guys were able to make some progress with your books or make some progress with your tasks in these past 24 hours. I love you all again so much. Thank you for joining me. A new video will go up tomorrow. If you want an extra day for a readathon, again, we are going on for an extra 24 hours on Patreon. So we are ending the readathon over there tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you do want to join us, the link is in the description as well as in the chat. And yes, we would love to have you guys with us for that. And we're also having a little cozy game night for Dreamlight Valley tonight, which is bound to be a good time. So there's that. Love you all. And I shall see you tomorrow with a new video. Goodbye!